We want to welcome another voice into the conversation. Khalid Abdul Qadir is the co-producer of Disarmed. And Khalid, 4 months after filming Disarmed, the death of George Floyd sparked protests everywhere, including right here in KC. Do you still believe the people and the police can find that common ground?
I do. I never think that it's too late to have the discussion. No matter how difficult the discussion may be, it's never too late. And actually, considering how difficult times are, I think that if there's a process or an apparatus that gives people an incentive to have the conversation, I think that people are ready to have that discussion.
I guess I have a really different take on what needs to happen as the community. I represent the faith community. I am the director of an organization that has some 24 congregations in Kansas City, Missouri as members, Jewish and Christian. And I have a very, very different take. I don't believe that we're reaching reconciliation. I think the department's never been properly conciliatory toward the community here. We've seen in the past 6 months 3 really ugly incidents between 15-year-old black children in this department, very public incidents, and community is outraged by that. And so I think that you don't ask a child who's being abused to be conciliatory with the abusive parent. You don't ask a domestic violence partner to who's being abused to reconcile with her abuser, and we don't ask the community that's being abused to reconcile with the police department until the department has taken the right steps to create the environment in which the community is safer.
Well, I think we have processes in place to make sure that happens. Of some of the incidents that were just mentioned, this department turned those incidents over. We discovered them in-house and we brought those files to our partners to say, hey, will you review this independently and give us your decisions? So I would say we are in those processes. We're never going to be perfect, but I will say that out of 1 million contacts a year this department has, that most of those times, the vast majority of those times, we're out helping people. And I would also like to say that out of those million some calls that we receive through our 911 call center are those same people asking for our help. So I would say back to the point being made earlier that we are needed just as much as the community is needed. We just have to find that common ground.
A few different things that I think are important for us to understand. We will all be in this together for some time. And one of the, I think, tragedies of our current political moment is that things are so divisive. Sometimes our leaders are, sometimes there are others. We do need to find a way to listen, to acknowledge how we can improve, to know where we can do better. That is, frankly, something for all of us to be a part of, including our politicians, our police, so many others. And so I take that on rather personally myself. But in terms of coming together, we got to remember, what are we trying to do? What we're trying to do is have a city where somebody knows that their son or their daughter is going to be coming home at the end of the night, so that they're not shot by somebody out on the streets, or alternatively, right, that they're not harassed by either someone in the public, or frankly, if there's a negative incident with the police, that there's accountability, that we can make sure it doesn't happen again. That's what I think everybody here, if we were actually getting to the core of it, right, would agree with. And so it's important for us to see, all right, where can we make those changes? Where can we make those differences? And I know that that's something that I'm going to keep doing. We're all going to need to keep doing it. And I'll say this too, because this is a time where there is a lot of dissent. I don't care who's in what role or anything under the sun. We all need to figure out a way to do it. I've got my people that aren't fans of Lucas. I know that there are people that aren't fans of any other people that may be on this thing. But look, we all have important jobs to do. We're going to make sure we do better for our community so that we can have a safer place, a place where people know accountability exists, a place where there's trust, because I think that builds a better community long term.